Hello everyone, Manathrall here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RuneScape. Now today, it's the return of the Lion Firemaking and them actually making it worthwhile. And as you may know, the pitch can is actually in-game. And it is tradable. So I'm going to put in a bunch of offers here, and I want to see about roughly how much it can cost within a certain limitation, because I'm not going to go wild for it. But we're going to see about roughly, how far it might take. I have a certain limit in mind, and usually whenever it comes to a new item, that's the way to go about it, is never exceed a certain limit, because if it's something that I can obtain myself, I really see no reason as to go and spend an extravagant amount of money. And for those who do, I thank you. Because usually I'm one of those people who likes to try to get these items as soon as I can to make as much money as I can. Or in some instances, I just give it away for free. Now I'm going to let all these sit here, and then we're going to go over the complete patch notes. We're going to come back. We're going to see if anything has been bought. But this is, the pitch can. And I'm even going to go in here and I'm going to see what the examine is on the pitch can before I forget. Pitch can full. It's a can of pitch. Each dose can be used to burn logs at a faster rate. So it does tell you roughly what it is. Alright, so now that that's squared away, we're going to go over patch notes and see all that. There is a maintenance thing I need to tell you guys about. But other than that, let's get into it. The Lion Firemaking, like I said, it is back, and this is during your encounter with Char. There's a chance that you'll receive a brand new pitch can. And it says in a quick 5-minute sessions, you can light fires in the same shapes as before as many times as you want. During your encounter with Char, there is a chance that you will receive a brand new pitch can. That makes it faster and easier for good old-fashioned fire making. The pitch can has 2,000 charges and is tradable in its full and empty states. So you have to have it either full or empty in order to trade it. And to refill the pitch can, all you need to do is return to Char's pit and take part in her training activity, and then it can be refilled. It also takes level 70 fire making, and you'll be able to naturally create fires slightly faster than before. It also speeds up bonfire burning too. There is patch notes, but there is also some more stuff going on. The player-owned farms that are coming out this summer. Here is one of the concepts that were made, and they are going to be, I believe they are going to be actually doing this, but it might not be entirely designed like this, but this is a very good design. I think it's kind of neat. It's called Mushroom People, and they do have the Bittercap and Morchella mushrooms. I think it looks rather neat. I'm not entirely sure what they do, because I've been kind of avoiding their Discord for this reason alone. I want to be surprised. I like surprises. Now, I know it kind of goes against, being on a YouTube channel and reporting the news, but I also want to have some aspects that surprise not only me, but you guys as well. And this was other concepts that people had drawn for them that were honorable mentions. And you have the Capri, not sure if I'm saying that right, a woolly, I guess that's what they're calling a woolly, obscure mare. Looks like kind of like an owl mixed with a griffin type thing. Shabaru, which actually, they're basing it off of the Washenko Isles in the wild. So that's actually kind of interesting. Periton, which looks interesting. Looks like it should be a Pokemon. And then there is this one, which I think looks really, really cool. They're calling it Project Strupax, and it actually looks extremely good. That is a very good artist rendition and everything. And then they even have a use for these birds, and that actually looks really cool. But otherwise, there's Lootscape, which they are still doing the... this Tuesday, you'll see the last of the digital clue scroll based on your level. Game Jam created a new Nature's Balance Sword coming to the streams this Thursday. So tomorrow is the last one you'll be able to get for the clue scrolls. Now, they'll probably bring clue scrolls back, I'm imagining, because it's a relatively easy one to actually do in case they don't have anything. But then it's going to be the Nature's Balance Sword on Thursday and beyond. So, live streams this week is Tuesday, April 17th at 1600 UTC game time. Summer content update, which is going to be very important to see. It'll be you have the guaranteed clue scroll. It's guaranteed. Based upon your level, of course. And Thursday, April 19th at 1500 UTC is Game Jam Content Showcase, another thing to look forward to. And this will be a Lootscape enabled, and its Nature Balance Sword will be a guaranteed drop. And Sunday, April 22nd at 1800 UTC, PVM with Mod Lee. Again, Nature Sword Balance is a guaranteed drop. And there's a bunch of community events. There's one at least every single day, at least every day. So be sure to check that out in your in-game time, because the in-game time, which I can actually show you here right now, it'll actually, if you hover over the eye, it'll have about different types of social events. Like, for instance, today there's a PMod social event going on. It tells you when, what, who, where, and which world. So it's actually very easy to do. All you have to... My mouse was kind of... Well, not my mouse, but my webcam was over it. There's a little eye right above the time clock, as you can see. For whatever reason, mine is still completely see-through, and I don't want that see-through. But, let's see if I can't get this... no, I was lining it up with the red. I didn't mean to click. There we go. So now you can kind of see it a little bit better. But yeah... It has the when, the what, the who, the where, the world. So do be sure to check that out if you are interested in the types of different community events. Otherwise, let's head on over to the patch notes. Okay, so for graphical, the Varrock Hard and Elite Diary rewards will now correctly display as cosmetic overrides. The Gilded Pickaxes have had their inventory models slightly adjusted. The Skull Scepter teleportation animation has returned, adding missing textures on wooden posts in Ithil District. At Dragonhide Boots, inventory icons now fit correctly in the inventory. This hourglass has been increased in size and given a glow to better find it within his office. Added some missing shadows to Varrock Bridge. It is no longer possible to keep reading book animation if you close the book interface while turning a page. That's kind of an odd thing to find, people. Quest challenges and achievements fixed an issue that prevented players from collecting an order journal page from the Ascension dungeon if they had a full inventory that included the history of the order book. Removed the retired achievement chat. Azalea Oakheart's talk and glider options have now been corrected. The Baby Dragon Bones prayer challenge is no longer assigned to free-to-play Ironman, since free-to-play can acquire Baby Dragon's Bone, but only through trading. Spelling and Smoking Kills quest description has been fixed. Fixed a small typo in the quest journal for impressing the locals. Corrected a typo in the achievement name for the Dagonoth King's Boss Drops collection. Skills D&Ds and minigames. Hopping over the bone style during the skeletal horror fight should now correctly remove players from the instance. The liquid gold nymph in the lava flow mines will no longer attempt to gild a crystal pickaxe, which would result in the icon for pickaxes changing to a bronze pickaxe. The tooltip on the Slayer counter now correctly tracks whether or not you've captured the souls of the corrupted creatures and soul devourers. A message showing you your total penguin points has been added to the chat box output when spying on a polar bear agent to keep your updated on your penguin points total. Corrected functionality of Desert Strikeworm's ranged attacks. If you have your bard power set to high alchemy, you can now use the Explorer's Ring to high alchemy again. There's a lot of others. Okay. A typo when filling Divine Charge container has been fixed. Fix a grammatical error when Divine Nomadic runs out of empty containers. Fix the typo in Rebuild Edgeville quest list. Fix a typo when nurturing trees in Edgeville. Fixed an issue where the Jack of Trades and Wisdom ores could not be reset using the Healing Aura. Thank you, that sucks so bad. Having any summoning familiar active will no longer cause the Void Shifter passive to trigger. The price of Livid Plant from Traveling Merchant has been increased from 500,000 to 1 million coins to justify the amount of points it awards. Fixed an issue that showing duplicate auras in the favorites menu. Collected multiple of the same item across GE slots into your inventory will no longer drop the item to the ground if your inventory is full. An issue where the Livid Farm plants from Traveling Merchant was displayed in the incorrect amount of produce gain has been fixed. Corrected a typo in Tavia's fishing notes. Players without the DOTD Sean follower pet will no longer see him in their pets list. Removed the chance for regaining Paya meat from a Grenwall trap if none was used to bait it. Activating a new aura whilst you already have one equipped will now activate it as it should. Splitting granite into 10 pieces now awards the intended amount of XP. Picking Morshella mushrooms now actually counts towards farming urns. Certain XP lamps can no longer be disassembled or out. Dwarf multi-cannons are now built in a single step, like Invention cannons instead of 4 steps. They still have 4 components though. Added a slow timer that checks for your cannon and informs you if it's self-destructed, e.g. abandoned in a disregistered instance. Added a confirmation when placing a cannon if you're eligible to reclaim from Nullidian. Dwarf and Invention cannons now have approximately equal weight. Fixed an issue that stopped you viewing return ships from Voyages tab inside player-owned ports. The bank chest at Cabbage Face Bunch Bonanza, minigame, and Grotto Cave will now regenerate your health. You no longer get a luck message about receiving a raptor key part whilst killing Ripper demons, living wyverns, or Acharian mammoths off task. The drop rate of obtaining raptor keys parts from Ripper demons, living wyverns, has changed from 1 in 502 to 1 in 256. Which, by the way, if it's going to be that awesome, it should be more than just cosmetic items in there. Ghosts in free-to-play are once again able to drop the cremation ability and Ghost Hunter outfit. An info box message has been added when unlocking the cremation ability to make it easier to notice. Added a missing space to the message given when Spendthrift perk activates. Rare drop tables and the keys to the crossing drops will now prompt luck messages should you have a ring equipped whilst killing creatures in the Sophanum Slayer dungeon. Ironman will now correctly receive drops if the Book of Death kills the NPC. That would suck. The amount of damage taken from fire orbs during the Firemaker's Curse quest has been reduced. That's good. Having a line of fire between you and the exploding fire orb during the Firemaker's Curse quest will reduce damage taken by 75%. The progress overlay within Charged Trials will now correctly display within the entire game window instead of only within the minigames window. The progress bar during one of Char's trials is now more accurate. Damage taken throughout the Firemaker's Curse quest has been reduced. A right-click option has been added to Flint during the Firemaker's Curse quest to reclaim the pitch can quicker. Players can now left-click funeral pyres to add their highest tier shade remains ready for burning. Added a take-all option to filled pyre log storage chests in Morton. The Slayer contracts and social Slayer interfaces have been graphically updated. Now, I did say about there being a maintenance thing. For this week, there is a maintenance on April 18th, and it's going to start at 6:30 a.m. game time, so 6:30 game time. And it says this will last for 8 hours, and some game worlds will be offline during this period. And the worlds that are affected are 11, 16, 23, 24, 25, 36, 53, 56, 63, 67, 68, 71, 80, 82, 83, 84, 88, 92, 118, 120, 121, 122, 124, 134, 135, 136, 138, 139, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185. And if I read any of these too fast, I will have these and listed in the description below, and I have just copied it just to make sure that I don't miss out putting that in the description. I know I've done that before. And I always forget which videos that I forget it in. Okay, so we're going to check to see if this has actually purchased, and it has not purchased. So this means I got to check out the Char's event anyway, so you guys can see what is actually in store for Char's trials. But that'll actually be in tomorrow's video, because I don't want to have this video too long for you guys. So I will have that out for you guys tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.